Right, class, let's come to attention. How do you guys feel today? Awesome, sir. Let's bow. And let's start off with our student creed. Ready, set, position. Student creed. Student creed, sir. Line 1. I pledge to develop myself in a positive manner. Line 2. I pledge to use what I learn in class constructively and defensively. Line 3. I pledge to foster friendships and contribute to my community. And let's bow. All right, everybody, we got 4 warm-ups this week. We're starting off with a brand new one. We've got 45 seconds of bucket punches. We'll get to an explanation in just a second. We've got 45 seconds of mountain climbers, of wide grip push-ups, and then we're wrapping it up with our starfish drill at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. So bucket punches. We're gonna have our feet wide apart, kind of like this. You're gonna have to find a width that works for you. I'm gonna sink to a lunge on one side, rotating my hips, and I'm gonna punch straight down. Then I'm gonna bring it back up, shift to the other side, and punch down there. So 45 seconds, bucket punches. We're alternating sides. All right, guys, on your marks, get set, and go. Again, 45 seconds. This is my first time doing these too. See if you can find a pace that you can keep up for 45 seconds. We're about 15 seconds in now, so you got 30 seconds left. You're a third of the way there. Hopefully you've got an idea of your pace. If you need to speed it up a little bit, if you need to slow it down. 20 seconds left. 15 seconds. Keep it up, everybody. Hopefully you're feeling it in the quads there too. I know I'm starting to. Under 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and break. Nice job, guys. I'm back to using these just to make sure that my wrist stays safe, guys. We've got mountain climbers next. So you're gonna grab, or I guess you wouldn't grab onto these, but at home you'd be in a push-up position, palms flat on the ground. Now, for mountain climbers, one foot comes forward, then the other foot. If you'd like to, you can do a jump switch, or you can bring the knee up towards the chest. I prefer the jump switch method. I think it gives us a little bit better of a workout, but right, if you'd like to do this, that's another method to do this. One of those ones that's got a whole bunch of versions, right? Depending on how hard you want the workout to be. Again, 45 seconds. Any questions? I guess I can't get an answer online like this, so let's have some fun. 45 seconds, ready, set, go. Remember, guys, to keep breathing through all of these warm-ups. Especially in a little bit as we get to our starfish drill. We're gonna be working the abs. You wanna make sure you breathe as you do that. Even though you're holding the abs tight, squeezing your abs, it doesn't mean you should stop breathing or try to hold your breath, I should say. We're at the 25-second marker. We got 20 seconds left. Keep it moving. Keep those feet moving. Down to 12 seconds. 10 seconds. Oh, yeah. We got 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, for next warm-up, 45 seconds of wide grip push-ups. So remember, with a wide grip push-up, means your hands aren't under your shoulders, but they're a little bit wider out. You want your elbows to stay wide with your hands. You can see my elbows should be right behind my hands. If my hands were a little bit closer, then I'd want my elbows to tuck in by my sides. If my elbows stay wide, my hands have to rotate like this. If I kept them straight where they should be in a push-up, you can see my palms starting to point towards each other. Not good for wrist health, right? So elbows stay tucked if the hands are in close. Since we're wide, we're gonna keep our hands wide too. 45 seconds. Again, I'm gonna use these 7 wrist issues. Ready? 45 seconds, begin. Now on this one, that breathing technique, you wanna, you can tell as I go through my sentences, right? Breathe on the hardest part when you're fighting gravity. So I can accept gravity as I lower, and I'm gonna breathe away. I'm breathing the ground away from me. We got 15 more seconds. Still try and get that same depth you got on the first one. 2, 1, and break. All right, everyone, we've got our starfishes to wrap this up. Let's go ahead and break fall. For starfishes, you're gonna have your feet apart, hands to the side. When I say up, you're gonna take everything and pick it off the ground about an inch. The goal is not to point them all the way up to the sky or the roof, but to keep them as close to the ground as you can. Great ab workout. Ready? And then of course, when I say down, you let your hands and your legs back down. You don't have to stay like that forever. Ready, on your marks, get set, and up. Like I mentioned before, keep breathing. Muscles need that oxygen. 3, 2, 1, and down. Let's just relax for a second here. Remember, we've got some pinions coming up in just a second. We've got some sparring after that. Ready, and up, and down. Nice quick one, up. Woo. That's just to trick you into false sense of security that you could rest longer. Oh, we're 5 seconds into this one. Now about 10 seconds. Let's go about 5 more. 3, 2, 1, and down. Very nice. Last one. Best one, sir. Going just a tiny bit longer. Ready. Starting in 4 seconds. 2, 1, and up. Try and keep your neck neutral. When you don't pick it up like this, you're going to start to strain it. Try and keep it in line with the spine. You know it's good because it rhymes. That's not always true. Don't turn your head to the side like this either. I can feel that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Let's stand up, everybody. Excellent work with those warm-ups. Go ahead and start stretching. Anything that you really need to stretch, we need to pause the video a little bit to get them in. Please do so. Make sure you are nice and warmed up before we go into our pinions and our sparring, especially when we got a kick coming up. But first, message of the week. So our message of the week is just an amazing one because it's impactful to anybody. It doesn't matter who you are or what you've done. The message of the week this week is lengthen your line. Lengthen your own line. The idea behind this message of the week is that you want to look to your own skill and your own progress and measure where you have been to where you are now and not compare it to someone else around you. Hence, lengthen your line, right? Not worrying about how skilled somebody else is in a field, right? One reason is because it's not fair to you and it's not fair to them. Take martial arts, for example, right? One thing, just to start it all off, we're all gonna have different specialties, right? Some people come into the martial arts and just love pinions, right? And so they focus a little more energy on that. Some people love Philippine martial arts and working with sticks, or some people love sparring, or some people love, right? There's a whole bunch of different things. So we're all gonna have a little bit of a different specialty. But let's say that a blue belt comes up and they say, man, my back knuckle isn't nearly as quick as that black belt's. I feel awful about that. Well, that's not fair to the blue belt, right? That black belt's probably been training a really long time, right? They worked on that back knuckle a lot more. That blue belt's made a lot of progress on their back knuckle since they started, right? So it's not fair to them. But if they turn around and say, hey, look at this person who's starting their first day, their back knuckle's so bad, mine's so much better, so much faster, well, that's not fair to either of them either because, right, that's giving that blue belt the false sense of pride of like, yeah, my back knuckle's so good. And you can be excited and happy about your back knuckle, but it should be from your own progress. It's not fair to the beginner either because we all started there, right? It doesn't matter what rank you are. We all started as a white belt. My back knuckle was probably awful, right? I probably had no chamber in my front kick. So it's not fair either way. And then an even bigger point. Lengthen your line. Make sure you compare your own skill because the moment that you start to compare yourself to another is the moment that you stop growing. It's the moment you stop worrying about your own progress and you start focusing on just the people around you. So lengthen your line. Make sure that you are familiar with where you've been. Make sure you feel great about what you've accomplished, right? But don't compare your skill to someone else's. Don't stop your own growth because you're concerned about what the people next to you are doing and what they have done. So again, lengthen your line, focus on your progress, and think to yourself, am I better today than I was yesterday? That's our message of the week. Lengthen your line. We've got some pinions coming up next. All right, black belts, we've got the last section of pinion number 7. The first time we started working on this, we went moves number 1 through 11, if I'm not mistaken. And then last week, we went up to the axe kick. I want to say that was move number 18, but The numbers are a little bit different than the last time I did it too, so welcome to Kachikembo. But we get to finish it off moving all the way through move number 25. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So let's recap, guys, where we left off in pinion number 7. Let's say that this wall here is the front of our room. We started set position, squatting position, horse stance, and we went through all of these strikes. Palm, punch, there's rotation, double strike, double block. Last week we went over this next part too, where we turn around, we get our peacock block, palm down, spear, double shudo. We scoot back so I got the room. Double shudo chop again. Blocking scheme, cover axe kick into this one knuckle strike. So let's add on to that now as the last portion of our pinion number 7. So that was 19, that one knuckle strike. For move number 20, we're going to use a tiger claw, which is something we worked on not too long ago in our striking set number 3. We need a quick review of that. It's a palm strike, which we then grab onto the target, right? You can do a palm strike to the head, a little more brutal, right? You grab on like the eye or the ear or into the mouth here. Palm strike to the side and grab onto the body. You get the idea. So, from this one knuckle strike, side to side, right side, step with the right foot into a lunging forward stance, tiger claw to the groin. Move number 21. Right foot is gonna pull back into a cat stance, and we're gonna take our right hand and get nice and fancy with it. We're gonna do a figure 8 and bring it to the left side. You just kind of clap your hands together. So again, 20, tiger claw, 21, switch that grip. 22, left foot is gonna step forward into a forward stance, and our left hand is doing a backhand strike up to the bottom of the chin. I've often heard it referred to as the dinosaur strike, because you got the long neck and the head up at the top of the long neck there. However you like to refer to it, go for it, right? But I like to do that. 20, tiger claw. 21, switch. 23, we've got that, or sorry, that'd be 22, was that dinosaur strike, or the back of the hand strike to the chin. Next, 23, right foot steps forward. We're in a horse stance with our hands right under our chin here at guard. Now, 24 is going to be a double back knuckle, but it's not happening at the same time. I'm going to do my right hand back knuckle to my right side, and then left hand to the left side. And it gets us to finish with one of the coolest finishing moves, like the most power move you can imagine. I'm stepping forward with my right foot into a forward stance, and I'm just doing a double punch to the chest. So, again, we just did 24, 25, bring them in these chambers, and that one's almost 150% time, 150% of the time, a double punch. So, that was 25, let's do it again. All right, guys, ready? So, 19 again was that one knuckle strike to the temple. 20 is our tiger claw to the groin. Step forward, lunging forward stance, palm strike, and grab. 21, bring it around to the left hand. 22, back of the hand strike up to the chin. 23, stepping into this horse stance. 24, back knuckle right, back knuckle left, and finish it off. Let's make sure we get a good kia here. Right foot forward, double punch to the chest. 25, and of course you gotta finish it with that horse stance, face to the front again, step position, and natural stance wraps it up. Nice job, guys. We'll get one more run through here of that last section of pinion number 7. All right, guys, see if you can do these moves before me, all right? Remember, it's gonna be that tiger claw, and you hit them. Double back knuckle, double punch, so you're doubling up on the double strikes. Ready? From 19, 20. And see if you can do it before me. Step and tiger claw. 21. Bring it around. 22. Back of the hand strike, that dinosaur strike. 23. Horse stance. 24. Strike and strike. And 25. That double punch. Finish it off. Horse stance, step position, and natural stance. Awesome, guys. Nice quick 6-move section there to wrap it off with pinion number 7. Hope you guys had a lot of fun with it. It's just a blast to do. So that's it with pinion number 7, guys. We got some sparring coming our way next. Sparring this week, we're gonna add a little bit onto what we did last week. So last week, you probably remember being in our sparring stance here, right? And we talked about our back knuckle punch and getting away. And then we talked about doing that same back knuckle punch, but as soon as you hit, right, our partner starts to fade away, we're taking this back leg and coming up with a roundhouse kick to the head. So adding just a tiny bit onto this, we're gonna do a double back knuckle at the beginning. Really getting that quick motion with the hand. And sometimes if you get 2 strikes in the same spot, you can catch your partner off guard, right? So try to get that quick motion with that lead hand. So sparring stance here, you slide in, you got the 1, 2, boom, punch follows up. Remember keeping that hand up, even though we just did pinions, we might have this habit, we're trying to keep it up by our head. Back leg coming around, roundhouse, setting it down. Scoot on back, and let's do it again. Right, we got that 1, 2, punch, and then roundhouse kick. You may notice I'm getting like 2 quick slides, a quick succession there. You can just go 1, 2, and punch with 1 slide, whatever feels more comfortable for you, all right? So, again, sparring stance, we slide in, 1, 2, punch, and roundhouse kick. Good, let's do it again. Scoot on back, 1, 2, punch, and roundhouse kick. Now, before we just get some quick time to practice that and drill it, right? We want to talk about our footwork and how we're moving, how we're keeping our weight distributed, where we're facing, all that stuff, right? Because our footwork is going to dictate where we move is going to dictate how our hands can connect to our target, and it's going to really influence our sparring as a whole. So, first thing, weight distribution, right? I want to, for as much as I can, keep 50% of my weight on each foot. And this is just a way for me to make sure that I'm not signaling, I'm not telegraphing to my partner about what I'm going to do. So, for example, let's say I'm in my sparring stance here, and I'm really like shifting my weight back and forth, kind of like a metronome, like tick, tock, right? So, forward, back. If I'm just doing this back and forth, all my weight to one foot, all my weight to another, you can tell when I might move towards you. If I've just moved towards you and all my weight is forwards, it's hard for me to keep moving forward, so you're probably pretty safe. If I've moved all my weight to my back foot, I can push off this back foot and come right towards you. So my goal, 50-50. Notice I've turned completely to the side here, or at least pretty close to it. If I keep here, that's much better for Muay Thai. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets available, right? And if I can turn to the side here, you got the temple, the ribs, the stomach, and that's it, right? So almost halving my targets for you. Keep it to the side, keep these hands out in front of you. I'll pause one more time here, look, right? Or hands tight there. That's my sparring stance. Then 1, 2. Notice on this one, I've still got my weight 50-50, but my toes rotated towards you because my hips did. And that's gonna give me a little extra reach with my punch. Let me do it to the side here. 1, 2. Now if I just punch here, right, if I hit your head with this hand's not gonna make it, right? But if I can turn those hips, I get that little extra reach and I'm gonna be able to get that punch to the ribs. So now that we've talked about all of that, let's get a chance to just drill this combo, that back knuckle punch, roundhouse kick, all right? We're gonna go 45 seconds to a minute-ish here on just these this combo, okay? Face a different direction every time you can. If you're feeling really comfortable on one side, start to switch it up. I'm probably gonna stick to just one side to really practice and hone that side in, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into our sparring stance. Ready, and let's go. Remember that oftentimes it's better to just practice these things a little slower and make sure that the technique is there. Because the way you practice is the way that things are going to be performed, right? If I practice something really sloppy, then when I jump into a sparring round, it's probably going to be sloppy. But if I practice with a good hip rotation, with a hand stand up, keeping my hands up through my kick, even if it's at a slower speed, that's going to benefit me more in the long run. Good, we're about halfway there, guys. Let's keep going, about 30 more seconds. Keep a good sparring stance, weight distributed evenly, again, 50-50. Anytime you land, you're trying to get back to that 50-50. Got about 10 more seconds, everybody, keep it going. 5 more seconds. 1 more, last one, best one. And break. So again, guys, just a quick touch up on that combo and a little bit of an addition to it as well. Again, right, guys, that back nickel punch is such an effective combo in sparring. You honestly cannot practice it enough. So, quick back nickel punch with that added rear leg roundhouse kick at the end, sorry. Nice work on that, guys. That is it for our sparring. Let's take it up to the announcements next. One more reminder to everyone, it is tip testing week right now. So make sure that you either submit your video through Discord to do your tip testing, or if you'd like to do a private lesson instead, remember we have signups for those on our Google Sheet. You can find that link in the top left-hand sidebar of our Discord to comment your name on the time slot. Let me know if you want to do it in person or online, and we'll get your name written down in there. So again, if you'd like to do that, please feel free. It's always a blast to get to do those. And then finally, we have our Inspire Distance Learning Camps. If you guys are interested in that, getting either kids a chance to, or a chance to work on the schoolwork a little bit more, get a chance to get a little bit of exercise too, then contact us, send us an email, or give us a call, talk to Seafood Dan about the ins and outs of that and getting signed up for it. So that's it, guys. Awesome work today on our Pinions. Great work on the sparring combo as well. Let's go ahead and come to attention. And let's bow out. Class dismissed.